It's the NFL on EA Sports as we get a rematch of the helmet catch game, Super Bowl 42. It's the New England Patriots and the New York Giants, and it's all up next.
Well, the Giants began play all the way back in 1925. And almost 100 years later, this venue was built to house their next era. MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Alongside my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott, and this is a matchup, Brock, that we may see many, many times in the future of this league. A couple of rookie starters leading their offenses at quarterback.
And that really does make it a measuring stick game for both of them, Kate. Rookie quarterbacks in the draft, they're always linked to each other from the moment they're tabbed the starters in their first season. And then when you get to look across and you get to play one, you know that both of them want to be the one who leads their guys to a win, because that's a victory that will be talked about both for the rest of their rookie season and beyond.
We're just seconds away from getting this one started. And we're off from MetLife. Gray now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So out come the Giants, their first drive of the game coming up. They'll be led out by this promising young signal caller, already a starter in his first season out of Ole Miss.
Kate, when I watch these rookie quarterbacks running out to open a game, I think of the old World Series great pitcher Cliff Lee. And he made a one-handed play in the World Series and was asked about it afterwards. They said, man, how do you have so much poise? You didn't even look nervous on that stage. And he said, sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. You got to tell yourself you'll be just fine. And these rookie QBs, that's part of the learning curve they're climbing.
First play is to the air. Caught by Theo Johnson. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, well, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Pass play on 1st and 10. Flushed out. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting, right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Another try following the sack. That pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Give him 13 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Dump off caught by his back. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. They're going play action. He finds Johnson. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Marcus Jones ranging over for the stop.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
5 men in the secondary for the Pats. 3rd down. Back to throw. Chased out to his right. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Couple sacks on the opening drive. You better get to fix-it mode in a hurry. And I'm talking about on the sidelines. I'm talking as a quarterback. You've got to solve this pass rush because we know one thing about guys in this league defensively. When they get a couple sacks, they can smell it, and they're going to raise the intensity to another level.
The Giants readying to punt, and they're going to send out the lefty, Jamie Gillen, for the kick. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. So now it's the Patriots' turn to head out for the first time on offense. Leading them out, someone with a big arm and a field general's mindset, Drake May.
Drake entered the league as a top 5 pick because he checks a lot of boxes. Just the way you want him. Tall, athletic, great arm. 1 year at North Carolina, put on an absolute show. And yeah, second year as a starter took a little bit of a beating and some question whether or not he was still a top 5 pick. The ability, there's no question there. It is now the consistency in taking care of the football that will be a big part of Drake's career.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
First couple snaps, first drive of a game, it's all about who can land that opening punch. Gain that first advantage in a game-long back and forth. Well, that opening punch was a solid cross, maybe even an uppercut that caught him right on the job and sets an immediate tone for this defense.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Trying again, following the sack. That's complete to Diggs on the slant. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line. Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? May now from the gun. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
From the 44-yard line now, first and 10. Operating from the gun, here's May. An alert play defensively there. Got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Back to the air, it's May. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. 2 men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
To the air on first down, May. Pass taken in by Diggs. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Patriots will have a first down. Now a give on the counter. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play, whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
They'll come to the line here, second and 9. From the gun, it's May. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got third down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. May now. Forced out to his right. He's running for it. And he drives this down to the 8 before going out.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that first down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, it denies the first down.
offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. They'll run for this, and he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. And that run won't come close. That's a turnover on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
Now for the second time this game, we get a look at the New York offense. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. They're out and set, 1st and 10. A handoff to Tracy. He makes the 25. And he's able to get it to the 33-yard line. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
It's really hard, Kate, to get 100-yard games, right? Defenses in this league pride themselves on keeping rushers short of 100. But if you're going to hit that century mark, it's going to take runs just like that one.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. A give to Tracy up the middle. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Kyle Duggar holding him down. 6 yards, the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
From the gun on 3rd down. Dumped off to his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Oh, they're looking option, headed left side. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Boy, is it tough to fool this defense with how well they read and react to these plays. Held that line, and the QB keeper gets nada.
Shotgun snap, a give to Tracy. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. We've finished 1 quarter in what's still a scoreless game. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this 2nd quarter with the Giants in possession. They've been moving it well, but face a 3rd down here. Escapes the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
To get home and hit and impact the quarterback at this level, well, typically you got to do what this defense is doing, and that's keeping an offense off balance. Change up your looks, rotate your personnel, throw in some wrinkles, and once again, go hit that quarterback.
Jamie Gillen on now to punt. And he'll try to have his 2nd punt top his 1st one. That's taken at the 15. And he's brought down before the return gets far. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Pats will take over. New England taking the field. Its 2nd series of the game coming up. They passed on the field goal, didn't get it on 4th down. Interested to see what they do if a similar situation arises on this next possession. offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. May. He'll get this to Henry. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Small pass, big result. This dude is just a juggernaut with the football, and once he gets rolling, it gets tougher and tougher and tougher to stop him from playing add-on with those yards.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. On play action, here's May. Henry on the catch. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. Second down now, 7 to go. Going play action, May. Complete to Diggs out left. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's a New England 1st down.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion, but they can be very effective when you got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route from man coverage.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that run stopped for a loss.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. To throw, here's May. Hauled in by Bourne. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
The Patriots sending the field goal unit out for a try. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And they're on the board.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here, but they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, well, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. Fielded at the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Giants about to get to work on offense. And coming off our first points of the ball game, they're going to take over now trailing 3-zip. They've got 1st down from the 31. From the gun, it's Tracy. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. Second down now, 7 to go. They go right back to Tracy. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
3rd down from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. On the handoff, this is Tracy. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Tracked down by Robert Spillane. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Here's Tracy once more. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, you know exactly what term I think of in a spot like this. Sticking his face in the fan. Because there are a lot of bigger bodies for a corner to sort through right there in the middle of the field. But he still charged in, made that stop happen, and I promise you, his teammates notice.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. He has the 1st over the middle. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Pass play on 1st and 10. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Throwing from the gun. Got a man. Robinson has it. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Connects with Johnson. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. That one gains 7. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
He'll throw it yet again. Man there, it's Malik Neighbors. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Second and 3 now. They'll throw it again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. The Giants using their 1st time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Motioning left is their running back. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
The kick by Gonzalez is good. And that's going to tie us up just before halftime.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Gano ready to send this away. Antonio Gibson now to return it. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. All right, so the Patriots headed out on offense again just before halftime. They'll have to be quick about anything they want to do here. We're just moments away from halftime. Only half a minute to go in our half. Let's see how they begin the drive. May on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Second and 3 now. May now from the gun. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
No connection on the last play. And now it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's May. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Patriots punt team coming out with former 6th-rounder Bryce Behringer to do the honors. He fields this at the 18. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And hardly any time remaining for them in this game. Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. First down, ball at the 36. He's back to throw. And he works this to the 38 before going down. So it's halftime, and a good game so far for you defensive maestros out there. We've got a 3-3 score after 2. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to Orlando. Turn things over to our buddy Jonathan Coachman in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Not too much to show you scoring-wise in that first half. Just a couple of field goals make up all the scoring. But I wouldn't be surprised if we're close to a breakthrough, and things should open up as we move along.
Something's got to be the difference maker here in half number 2. We'll see what it is as we're off and running once again. On the return, here's Gibson. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Patriots back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And his performance has ailed against what has been a very stout defensive front. This hasn't been a contest to stack up there among his better showings, partner. They've made it real difficult to find any holes to hit, and there's been absolutely no space for him to work with. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's May. Completed to his running back. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Blown back gets the handoff. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Bobby Okereke making that stop. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
From the 47. Right side and into the hands of Douglas. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. May now. That's taken in by Henry. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
Working inside the red zone. Into traffic, complete. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down for a loss.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
And the Giants going nickel, 3rd down coming. Here's May to the air. And he brings it in for a New England touchdown. The Patriots take the lead right away in half number 2. Demario Douglas with the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Now we'll pause. The officials want to take a good look at this and confirm it was indeed a touchdown. At least right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
Those points safe on the scoreboard. The touchdown upheld upon review. Kicking team on to try the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Patriots break that tie and now lead by 7. The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. Gray now on the return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. So here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. It's Tracy on the carry. It's a great extra effort to keep that run going for a nice gain. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Throwing now from the gun. And a man is there to knock that away.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Running this with Tracy. And he found some running room for a nice gain. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Here's Tracy. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle. Second down now, 7 to go. This is Tracy, and the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This game has evolved so much over the years, but there's just certain times, there's certain moments, some flashes of greatness like that you see Dick Butkus, that you see Jack Lambert, that you see Mike Singletary. These middle linebackers stuffing a run. This guy in particular, like the greats used to do.
That throw's knocked away and incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
The Giants are set to punt. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And this one gets out of bounds. It was pushing some distance towards the goal line, but gets out at the 5. The Patriots and quarterback Drake May ready to go once more on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Dexter Lawrence on the tackle. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Throwing is May. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Went way outside there trying to work that sideline, Brock, but by the time the ball had arrived, well, the defender had to knock that ball out.
I think you see my reaction in the booth every time
I do.
we see that throw, because I can close my eyes and remember the terror that I felt as a quarterback when you let that ball go and you're throwing it all the way to the boundary. There's some risk-reward, and that time, well, there was no reward.
That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
They've got 1st down from the 31. May. Henry on the catch. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
You've heard that very common term in draft vernacular called catching radius. Let me tell you, as a quarterback, you love tight ends on drag routes, because that catching radius for such a big target, and you see him, you eye him, and there's a comfort level between QB and tight end to make that connection.
To the air yet again, May. He'll get this to Henry. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Well, they got him down before he could do any more damage in terms of yards. And that's no easy job, mind you, tackling a big tight end. But the main damage had already been done. He kept this drive going by getting beyond the line of gain.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. May looking to throw. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. From the 48. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
It's a gain of 4 there, and that's a New England 1st down. Here's May. Brought in right side. This is ahead for about 5. Drew Phillips making the tackle. So we're through 3 here. It's the Patriots with it, currently with a not quite so comfortable lead to start the 4th. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's caught for the 1st. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. Offense liked how that play went, so they choose to decline the penalty. The penalty erases an exciting turnover, makes it 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Pass taken in by Diggs. And this one does not go far.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it. Once that dealing play, but a reliable source of yardage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Call it a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on 3rd down. Throwing from the gun here. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And he has the New England touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Lining up now to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Patriots double their lead to 14. The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. Gray now on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Giants and Tyrone Tracy are running back on now. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They run, here's Tracy. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5. He's going to throw this one. That's complete to Darius Slayton. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
He locates Daniel Bellinger. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Giants will have a first down. Receiver in motion, going left. They go play action on first. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
You throw it in the middle of the field, it's all about anticipation and accuracy. I mean, those are the two keys all the time in my book, Kate. But when you throw it in the middle of the field with all of the traffic, that's where guys with great anticipation and that tremendous accuracy come to life.
First down from the red zone. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. He'll throw it yet again. Has it down close. Touchdown, New York. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Giants chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Patriots are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. First and 10 now from the 30. To throw, here's May. Right side and into the hands of Douglas. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
Just excellent effort on that catch and a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Handoff now out of the gun. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Okay, the 2-yard run on first down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule, but you're going to have to pick up the pace.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Back to the well again. And the struggles continue for him tonight. He's only able to get back to the line. No gain on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 7.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys. Not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. The end result there, 15 yards and a first. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Patriots feeling lucky with a 7-point lead. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Motioning him from the slot right. On first down, they'll run. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They give it to him again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout. Five men in the secondary for the G-men now, ahead of 3rd down. Back-to-back carries here. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
2nd down. Probably going to see him kneel it again here. They'll run now on 2nd down. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. Moving in the right direction that time, but only 2 yards picked up, so it's 3rd and 9. Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
They can let the clock run out here, but let's see if they resist the temptation to add on 3 more instead. This 32 yards out on the right hash. So the Patriots come in and take the win on the road. Well, as they celebrate to the boos of the home crowd, I'm sure you're having flashbacks, buddy. It's got to be music to their ears, hearing those fans voice their displeasure.
It is so sweet, Kate, when you win on the road for a couple reasons. Yeah, I do remember. I remember silencing those road crowds. There's no better feeling than to hear, those boos and those cheers and all that noise just silenced because you beat them in their building. You know the other great sound? The plane ride home. Those are some of the greatest memories you have to celebrate that road victory and a whole road trip home to take it all in.